Oh gosh, I still can't stop thinking about my colleague and the inappropriate picture. My colleague has broken professional standard 2, and standard 5 requires me to uphold professionalism. Well, I think I'm going to follow the BCTF Code of Ethics number 5 and talk to this colleague in private. Hopefully that resolves it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go to the appropriate administrator and, in worst case, report as a child protection issue. Hmm. Hi, Mr. Johnson. Hello, Jake's father. I just wanted to tell you Jake is really enjoying multi-age classrooms this year, opposed to a single grade classroom in the past. Would you be able to quickly tell me why this is? Well, for one, a multi-age classroom creates a great social environment and a great space for social emotional learning. The older students have a chance to become leaders and even help teach the younger students. And the younger students get to engage in more sophisticated play and social interaction. This is called two-way learning. I've also been trying to implement universal design for learning, which allows me to customize assessment, instructional methods, and materials to meet individual needs of students, but which also help the whole class. I also have been using self-regulated learning cycle, where students plan and analyze a task, and then the student performs their plan with self-control and intrinsic motivation. And lastly, the students reflect on the task. Wow, that sounds great. Thanks, Mr. Johnson. Well, I gotta get run. Have a good day. Hey, principal. Want to meet in my classroom so I could go over some of the Pro D stuff on how I've been implementing decolonization anti-racist pedagogy in my class? Sure, sounds great. Just go talk to Sid. Meet you there. Hey, Sid. Hey, John. Just want to say thanks for reminding me about the core competencies. I forgot how important they are. I was too focused on content, and I wasn't relating my lessons and curricular competencies back to the core competencies. I'm going to start to set some goals with my class today for the rest of the year. Also, I'm going to start looking at my lessons through multiple lenses and do more art integration with my class to work on creative and critical thinking. As well, I'm going to do some more self and peer assessment to boost the students' communication. That sounds great, Johnny. Thanks. Thanks, Sid. Talk to you later. Hey, John. Your costume's looking great. Yes, I've designed my classroom to have a non-hierarchical structure, and by sitting in circles, the students can cultivate the learning environment. Also, here we have books that tell stories from multiple cultural voices and stories that students to read and engage in. I've been taking the class outdoors as much as possible and bringing local vegetation into the classroom. Furthermore, I've been individually reflecting on my own identity and pedagogy by acknowledging the power and privilege I hold and walk around with every day. Secondly, it's been a continuous journey working with the curriculum and authentically establishing Indigenous and anti-racism practices into my classroom. And lastly, making spaces for students to be able to hear the voices and stories of the people within the Indigenous and marginalized communities in rural Lakeville in order to see how the unexamined practice of schooling contributes to the marginalization of students. Well, that sounds great, John. Have a great day. Thanks, Principal.